up the tempo. Shawty got no choice but to get low. Ain't the tallest, but I'm ballin' like I'm 6'4". Yeah, the life I live, I was meant for. It's simple, if we up the tempo. Shawty got no choice but to get low. Ain't the tallest, but I'm ballin' like I'm 6'4".
Old school, new school. You know what it is. You know who it is.
OG Lee in the house. Once again. Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness, man.
Thank goodness again.
It's old school, new school. Welcome, schoolies.
Oh my goodness,
Best
man.
father-son podcast in America.
The only.
And this is episode 46
on the Father and Son podcast.
Come on, one of them, man.
I'm the father.
And I'm that son
He's
out
the
here.
son.
I'm the baby.
And tonight, we're going to try to catch the Holy Ghost. Amen?
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Man, but what's in the world today, off the cuff, man.
We are dealing with
Whoa.
post-election.
Ooh, that indeed. But, come on, that mental health. Oh, Julie, how you doing?
I'm here, man. I'm alive. I feel good, man. I am alive. Got a little shit done today. And, it's a good day. It's a Thursday. So, yeah, tomorrow's last day of the week.
That Friday
So,
holiday.
TGIF.
Yes,
But,
indeed.
mental health is cool, man. Everything's copacetic.
Gotta tap in, gotta check in. Me, I would say, the morale is always there. But in these times, bro, when the sun starts going down so quick,
Yeah, it's depressing.
Oh man, I hate it.
It's depressing times. This what do they call it? Daylight savings time.
Daylight savings are some sad times, bro.
I don't know why they do that. I mean, I know why they do it, but I don't know why they don't just vote to extend it and make it where it's regularly with the longer hours. You know what I'm saying?
Would that change the sun though?
I don't know how they should work,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Like,
but they could do something, man. We'll ask Elon Musk. He's a motherfucking. They ask everybody. Ask Elon Musk and shit.
Which that is crazy. Now that I don't think about it, the time change doesn't affect the sun. The sun's just doing what he does, or right?
Yeah, that's what. The sun.
So,
although I think that
now you gotta
there's
think
some
about
kind
Elon
of a change.
getting crazy.
But for the most part, if we kept it the way it was, we would still have longer daylight.
Yes, which I like. Which I like. But like you were saying, man,
Everybody loves that, man. You get more done. Actually, I think you're more productive.
absolutely happier. I mean, it's just everything in the sun, the vitamin D and all the minerals. And,
because in Alaska, man, they where they have those long darkness, days of darkness or whatever.
Suicide.
The suicide rate is higher, they said, and most certainly the depression rate. I don't know about the suicide, but I guess there would be a correlation there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess you leave Alaska and move to Hawaii or something. I don't know. Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
Nice weather. That would be
That'd be fucked up to be homeless in Alaska, wouldn't you think? Ooh, boy,
fucked up to be homeless anywhere, but
Alaska, I mean, that'd be a little bit different than being homeless in Florida, I would think.
But maybe with the Alaskan temperature, the locals and stuff might be more,
hospitable to that. I'm sure.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
yeah,
yeah, for sure.
You would have to be, man, because it's like, whew. Yeah. When I never been
Interesting
there.
Interesting thought.
The guys would say that the guys I know that were stationed there would say that you could come outside with a cup of coffee, man, and throw it up in the air, and I mean it's frozen before
come
it
down like icicles
before it hits the ground. It's frozen, man. That's cold. It's colder than a witch's tit, they used to say.
How cold would it have to be? Which I bet MythBusters has probably done this, but just throw it up and it freeze in midair.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it does.
But it doesn't come down.
No, I don't.
You know
It comes
like,
down. It comes down. It doesn't freeze in midair. No. Even rain and shit like that doesn't freeze in midair. Sleet or whatever, it doesn't.
Next level cold.
Hail or whatever, it doesn't freeze in midair.
That would be crazy. What would happen?
That would go against the fucking laws of physics, I guess.
Whoa,
And that's
crazy.
my hood shit. I don't know, but I imagine it would. Yeah.
That's like there's some X-Men shit.
I guess we need to go to Alaska, maybe. Yeah.
need
But
to
I'd
go
be a
out
punk about it. I'm going in the summer and shit.
when it's 45.
With a barbecue and shit.
Barbecue and some seal.
Some whale.
That's what I was going for. Some whale.
Some whale blubber.
I've had a little blub.
Man, I seen them Eskimos on
Schoolies
one of
know
these
it.
channels eating that blubber. That shit looks nasty as hell.
I've tasted it. It is not ideal.
Nasty as hell. Blubber. What you eating, man? Oh, we eat a blubber sandwich.
Blubber.
No.
I wonder how I think they just do it like that. Kind of have some seasoning they put over it, maybe with like
Sure
a
they
vegetable, and just bust it down.
And then when you see other people eating it over the time, that's been a part of y'all's heritage.
Like this one,
You
everybody.
know what I'm saying? Everybody starts loving it. You know what I'm saying?
Blub.
They get them to where you get so hungry. It's like, I'm trying this blubber shit. Before you know it, boy, you blubbering your ass off.
Blubbing some blubber. Blubbing it.
They eat blubber over there like if you go to Buffalo Wings over here or something. Or what's the name of the place? They sell
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings, yeah.
Like a little, you get a 6 piece of blub. 6 piece of blub.
Buffalo blubber.
6 piece blub. And a side of like sardines or something.
Yo, don't you
like
think
that.
they have that?
No, absolutely not. Because the whale, I think, is like a sacred type, you know what I mean?
After the Eskimos
You don't just get
come
to
out of
chow
the
down
club.
on it.
After they come out of the club, man, you know they gonna eat that fried blubber.
That blub.
That's what some brothers would be doing if they was over there selling fried blubber.
A blubber burger. A blubber burger, boy.
No, man, but I knew a dude, he went over there because you get taxed. You get that special oil tax or something like that every family gets from the royalties or something like that.
Royalties
Yeah.
from the oil? Like a reparations type situation?
It's not reparations. It's just what every resident
Oh,
gets
for being in Alaska.
being a citizen. Yeah.
I
And
got you.
it's kind of like getting a welfare check, basically. And I knew a guy, he had, I think, 6 or 7 kids. He literally moved over there for that, which, I mean, he heard about it from his church.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, that was a way of,
Blessing
making your
him.
life easier if you could deal with that. And it's probably not too bad, I guess.
Is that a blessing? Does that count as a blessing?
Yeah. It depends on who you are, you know what I'm saying? For some people, they would go anywhere just to get it, hey, I get a check every month, And I guess, from where you look at it, would be a blessing, especially if you got 6 kids, they pay you right, and you probably maybe not even have to go out in the cold and work in Alaska, you know what I mean? I don't know. But, yeah, they do give that, though, yeah.
Interesting. An Alaskan
Little stipend,
A little
yeah.
Alaskan stipend.
Just enough.
You were kind of leading with initially that it was kind of election time.
Post-election, yeah, man.
Post-election time.
And it turned out pretty much how I thought it would, man. Yeah.
Trump got the victory.
Trump got the victory, man. I knew he would.
What do you think's gonna come into play? Instant change, or what's gonna happen?
Absolute instant change. Of course, it won't be until January, but he's getting his people into place. He's been there before. He knows how things work and how he wants things to work. And when we elected Trump, we also elected Elon Musk, or whoever elected Trump elected Elon Musk.
Just like that.
So we're going to see some real, I think, draconian things to come out of this administration. But especially within the next few days, as I was saying, when they win the House, if the Republicans win the House, they already have won the Senate, they've got the presidency, man, you're going to see some things that, man, oh, God, you're going to say that, shit like this has never happened before.
It goes from
Totally
the
unprecedented,
Senate
and a
to the
lot
House,
of it is going
right?
to be very racist. Say that again?
Senate to the House is kind of how they do the delegation of things.
No, it just depends on what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the financial bills and stuff like that will, come out of the Senate. And so the Republicans already have that. You know what I'm saying? And different kind of bills will come out of the House. But the whole idea is the checks and balances. You know what I'm saying? If you got a Republican House and a Democratic, you got a Republican Senate, which you have, and a Democratic House, then of course you can try to, keep each other in line. But if you got the Republicans with the whole thing, they got the presidency, they got the Senate, they got the House. Oh my goodness, they will do some draconian type shit, man, and it's gonna come. And I think, like I said before, that Trump is put there for a reason. Because when he does drastic shit, people just deduce it to, oh yeah, that's Trump. He does crazy shit like that. But the crazy shit that's getting ready to jump off, man, is going to be unbelievable, I think, especially if they win the House. Yeah.
School me, and maybe school some schools. What's the draconian reference, metaphor?
Just doing really drastic things. I forget the name of the actual guy, that Draco or whatever. But basically coming in, man, and just doing drastic things.
Barbaric type.
Not necessarily barbaric, but things that,
shake the room.
Just a way out of the norm, you know what I mean? And of course it's for, self-aggrandizement and all that type of shit, and of course power. Mm-hmm. But and then in the case of America, it's gonna be some racism. And that's not even really to say anything bad, but America was born on like racism, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that it's still here, that shouldn't be like surprising to anyone.
Yeah.
And
started like that.
The white man who started that type of shit, he's losing his power. You know what I'm saying? And so this is like their last grasp for this "Make America Great Again" shit. You know what I'm saying? But it can't happen. It just can't happen. America's done, man.
Done for no coming back.
There's no coming back because the America is not America anymore. The only reason they don't have more Hispanics over here is because of how much they're paying the Mexican government and these other governments. Otherwise, more of them will be over here. But even at the rate that they're coming now, how the hell can you say "Make America Great Again"? You think they're ever going to go back to where they came from? You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to ever be America. It's going to be a new type of a place. But, it's going to still be called America. But, every year that goes on, this is not America anymore.
What if Trump has come with some new...
Trump is going to get rid of a lot of them, but that still is not going to really stop. You can't stop what's meant to be. This, from what I understand from history, was theirs anyway, right? So now they're coming back, and as I said, they're not going anywhere. Once they get here, they like it. The weather's not too bad, especially in our southern states. But they're everywhere now, so they don't care about the weather. So, they're set up here. They're not going back. And as we were saying before, Americans are not having kids. So
it's a melting
what's going to
pot.
happen? Yeah. White people are having 0.75 kids or something like that, they were saying. Having kids born with, 3/4 of a body. But no, man, they're not having, you know how they do the statistics to where you end up with fractions and decimals and shit. Mm-hmm. But anyway, they're not having kids like they used to, and neither are the black people. And so Americans per se, native-born Americans are dwindling. You know what I'm saying? And we're getting all of these different kinds of people coming in. So within 20 years, if you see how it is now, imagine in 20 years, you know what I'm saying? You won't be saying, "Make America Great Again." You'd be like, if you will, you'd be saying it in Spanish.
It is a big melting pot right here. But America essentially, one would say historically kind of like black and white.
Yeah. Well, you always had Hispanics and Indians and nothing like that, but they were like, in the pockets, in the shadows. After a while, after America
like
started
the
getting settled.
70s-ish?
70s? They say what? That they no
prevalence outside of like black and white.
Yeah. No, when in the 70s, you had I'm from the Northeast, so you always had, though, in like Texas, you had Hispanics, New Mexico, stuff like that. Hardly ever any Hispanics in like New York City, Maine, like it is now, Nebraska and stuff like that. Again, you had small pockets, but mainly black and white, up into, I guess you could really say like 70s. You always had, like I said, in New York, Northeast, Puerto Ricans, from ever since.
Threw that out
But
there, that time frame.
really, yeah, because you got to start thinking about, as I was saying, when you really started air travel and stuff like that. Not that the Hispanics used planes to come in, but that started getting people around a lot too. You know, where they could travel by air. But as far as the see, the thing that kills America is capitalism. We love it, but it's what kills us. Because the thing that got Hispanics in here initially, and what's got them in here now, is that's the labor force. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about it is, with everything, you love it, but you hate it, right? Because capitalism is what's bringing them in, because, hey, we make money. And what the Americans love, you never see any of these people ask one of these workers, these Hispanics, for any kind of green card, right? So you don't know whether they're legal or not, right? You just get their work based on their price and how quick they could do it. You know what I'm saying? So nothing's going to stop them from coming in. And we are the ones who are encouraging them to come in, because they wouldn't come in if you weren't using them. You know what I mean? So the thing that we love, capitalism, we think we love this way of life, but it's what's killing us, man.
Trying to make that profit.
Yeah. And as I said too, capitalism with the women. You know what I'm saying? Because the people don't understand, especially the white people. That's why they can't make America good again. You can't go to a job like you used to and bring home enough money for your whole family. Your wife's got to work, right? So they're going to give your wife a job now damn near before you, and she's going to make more than you. You know what I'm saying? So make America can't work again. You know what I mean? It just cannot work again, brother. It's not.
It can't be great no more.
It's another. I mean, they may think they're great. You know what I'm saying? But it just, I guess, it's all relative, because we cannot. Can't do the things you used to do, and it's going to get even worse. And one of the main things is, with being an American, is being able to spend money. You know what I'm saying? So if you got people who can't spend money, which is the American way, one of the things that you're going to have is people being depressed, because that's the American. That's what everybody wants to come to America. Make money and spend money willy-nilly. Go out, do all of these things, nice cars, do all of this shit. Man, if the economy slows down, which is why Kamala Harris couldn't win, you know, under this administration, the economy's terrible. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way you were going to win. But even under any administration, the economy, man, right now, as bad as it is, shit, man, there's no way you can make America great again.
So we got the...
Even my bill went up when I just went in there. Went up fucking in.
What was it hitting for today?
1979. It was a great year.
For the 12?
For the 12, yeah. And I guess, you know, that's still reasonable, relatively speaking, but, you know, it doesn't help me when every time we go in there like every 2 weeks or something, and this shit keeps going up. And that's not just beer, it's everything. And there's nothing you can do to stop it, man. If you really know how to keep explaining economics, because you got to keep printing that money, creating inflation, man. So, shit. It is what it is. It is what it is. But what did I tell you the last time, man? Real quick, I told people, man, buy some Bitcoin. And since the last time we were here, man, it's went up 14,000.
14 grand?
Yeah, because we were here 64,000. Now it's hit 78,000 today. Yeah. So that's the thing people got to do, man. Like, because a lot of people are against the Trump administration. They really are. You know, a lot of black people, especially, you know, because we tend to vote Democratic. So what you got to do in times like this is just see what those people do and do that. And as long as most people are prosperous with money, that's usually their major concern. Again, that's why the Democrats lost, because the economy's all screwed up. Why would we vote for you? You know what I'm saying? That's a major part of voting. As I said before, usually whoever has, you know, if your economy's bad, the incumbent, you always lose, man, because that's what people vote on. It's the economy. But, yeah.
What that money gonna do?
It's all about that money, man.
Unfortunately.
All about that money. So what the hell is going on, man?
Man, nothing else going on. Just in my life recently, I had a little camp out in my backyard.
Oh, my goodness. I think I saw some
Did
remnants
the
of
s'mores up, you know, did little things like that.
By the way,
Put
man,
the
I
tin
bought
up.
this, so I might forget about it. But after you did the s'mores, we were in Walmart, or one of them, where were we? It may not have been, oh, no, it was Costco's. And they had this little deal that it, I think you plug it in or something, but it lights up. It's a s'mores kit, but you don't have to have the outside with the fire and all that. It's like, for lack of a better term, a s'mores grill like. And it kind of lights up, and it got the little skewers, you know what I'm saying, where you stick the marshmallow on the skewer, and you put it over that little grill thing. And then around it, it's a circular grill type thing, right? Around it, it's got trays for you to put your cookies and your marshmallows and your chocolate and all of that, so that you got everything. Once you
no fumbles. I'm
yeah,
liking
once
this.
You're
selling this bad boy.
Once you warm your,
you said
they
have it or you got it.
I got it. I bought it. Once you warm your marshmallow up, then around your tray you got all your accessories that you need.
Oh, we gotta put some film with that.
Did we talk about accessories, man? Because that was something that I wanted to talk about, man.
Accessories in regards
how
to
accessorized people are. Now
in what regard?
When I look at you, you are what you call, which is good, low budget. You know what I'm saying? You low budget, right? You're not high maintenance, right? I just look at you, but I look at some people, and they have so many accessories on them. It's like they cannot accept themselves for how they were born. You know what I mean? It's like they gotta make up something for themselves to be who they are or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like you look at them,
need a little extra
they got, man, tattoo. And the thing about it now is the permanency of it, you know? And it's like, I don't care when I get to be 58 or whatever. I guess everybody's going to have these tattoos. I got them on my forehead now. They're getting them face, neck, everywhere. Got to have earrings, maybe a nose ring. They're getting piercings everywhere. And it's like, I mean, I don't get that shit. It's like, why are you getting all of these accessories, man? Why can't you just kind of like come as you were, you know what I'm saying? But that's a big thing. Everybody's got these accessories that they have to have. And tattoos to me are, wow, it's unbelievable. Some of the things I see people doing across
that's
their
some people's
face
thing,
Yeah, it's groovy, man. Groovy.
They love it. They like it. I love it, man.
But as I said about that, when you say "Make America Great Again," I think about that. Now, even the social aspect of America could never come back. You got people, man. Oh my goodness! Just talking about accessories, I seen a guy, man, the other day. His earlobes, man, right? And I started to ask him how he did it, man. But you ever seen that? The earlobes are like stretched, and they got like this ring in their earlobe, man. And the earlobe is like this big, man, around from them having stretched it and put something inside. Like, are you that bored and shit? Oh my goodness.
What if they tell you they're just trying to shout out to the motherland?
Shit. I've seen a lot of Africans do that shit too, and I really would like to see that.
I think it's a specific tribe too.
What if you went over there, and you went over there to that tribe, right? And they mistook you for one of them, and it was the day for them to get whatever they had you, in the line. You were next and shit, right?
Had to get
and
that
you trying to explain
stretch.
to them, oh no, I'm not. Yeah, you had to get that shit they have, real under. You ever seen the one that they do under their lip?
How long of a process do you think that is?
I don't know, man, but
Like
I seen one
it takes
under
years
their lips, man. It's like, I never thought that the lips could stretch like that. It's like unbelievable. They had damn near like a saucer, a little small saucer in there, man.
Imagine I don't know, somebody just like coming and finding these people, you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean coming and finding them?
Just as far as, I don't know, I don't know, like originally, really I'm on like a mind tangent currently, but
yeah,
different tribes and stuff over there in Africa, right?
Yeah. I think they sent some of them to Harlem.
Harlem?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm not saying that. I'm sure some of them were from a tribe or whatever. But that was one thing I noticed the last time I went to Harlem, which was last year, up around like 155th Street, down there up by the Polo Grounds and all that shit. Just, Africans, unbelievable amount of Africans, unbelievable amount. And apparently they, whatever strife was in their country, somehow America, brought them in, and just kind of like they did the people in that Springfield, Ohio, when they brought the Haitians in. Nobody really knew about it nationally, but slowly but surely they were bringing these people in.
Dumped them on
Same thing
there.
in Harlem. Yeah, Harlem is totally freaking different than it was back in our day. Yeah. Pretty soon, I guess they're really even working on changing the name.
To what?
I don't know to what, but it's not going to be Harlem.
Little Africa?
No, it's not that many. I think the white people are going to be vying for that too. You know what I'm saying? Because they got some
They got a
what they call that
gentrify that bad boy.
gentrification going on too. Yeah,
Get it all gentry.
yeah.
Get a little gentry.
But yeah, in Harlem, I don't think they eating the pets. Yeah,
Not yet.
yeah.
Getting to it. It's like a little teacup poodle on a Tuesday. Get
That
one
kind of be like an appetizer.
catch them slipping. Oh,
I tell you what they should do seriously though. For those people in Springfield who they were saying they in the park they were eating the ducks.
Yeah.
They should just train the
The
Haitian
ducks to
people.
attack.
No, train the Haitian people to grow and develop ducks. You know what I'm saying? But I would call, I guess, a duck farm. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Good, teach them how to do ducks. You know what I'm saying? And then, because apparently, I'm sure if they did eat them, they like ducks, right? So teach them how to do ducks. Which, no, I guess ducks would be a little expensive. Really,
Peter
ducks
is
are not
pulling
cheap.
up.
But all you got to do is teach them how to do chickens, and I'm sure Tyson's would like that because you know how Tyson's does with that. Do you know that? That they give chickens to independent farmers to raise, right? Yeah. They give them the little chicklings, whatever you call them, and then they raise them, and then they come back and get them when they time to, process them. So they could have them doing that, and then just sharing some of the chickens with them. They wouldn't even have to pay them.
Give them a little drop off.
Yeah. And teach them how, and that would be a big come up from Haiti
Well,
eating chickens on a regular.
They're gonna turn it into competition.
Yeah,
Tyson gonna be like, hey, who are these?
Tyson's and Purdue and all these other people, whoever does chicken in your region, you could get these people to do chicken, grow chicken, be chicken farmers. And I'm sure they would be good, man. Yeah. I think it could work, brother.
I think it could work.
I think it could work. Wait, let's give a toast, man. You drinking over there?
I got a little, my guy's getting a little low over here. Old school, new school.
Thursday evening,
taking a little.
We in the merry month of November, man.
Sippity.
The election just coming. We get ready for Thanksgiving, man. I saw the chitlins already out, baby.
They getting out. You
Yes,
clean them this year?
Man, I'm going to have some chicken sandwiches going, man. Mm-hmm. Get some of that hot sauce going,
chitlin sandwiches.
Yes.
Stop it.
Yeah, I'm going to have you see these ones that they sell and they say are cleaned, right? Mm-hmm. But as black people know, you always got to clean them 2 or 3 times more. You know what I'm saying? You don't just eat anybody's chitlins. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we're going to try some chitlins. I think, I might put some chitlins on the grill. I never heard nobody talking about that, man.
You want a little grill mark on those chitlins?
Put the chickens on the grill. You boil them a little bit to get them kind of parboil them. Get the house nice and stanky. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna put them on the grill this year. Do it with some of that. I think we might use some of that mac sauce on them. Hey, remember my man who got the mac sauce?
Oh,
what was the name of it again?
Mac sauce. Stop playing.
No. It's something else. Ain't it? Wasn't slap your mama or with this or that. It's got a name to it, man.
Oh, from a Indie interview or taste test?
No, from taste test.
Oh, okay.
But anyway,
mac sauce.
Is it mac sauce?
Yeah, it might be a certain flavor you're talking about, but.
I thought it had some name to it. But anyway, I'm going to try that. Put them chitlins with that. You going to try it?
No.
Oh,
I'm not with you there. I'll be with all the food.
I bet you won't even know where it is because once I get it, man, I'm going to chop it up so fine.
What else would I think it was?
Some sushi with it.
Oh, now that could be done.
I'm telling you, with some rice, I'm telling you, you're going to love it, man.
Now, what sushi toppings would you throw with that bad boy?
I'm going to put...
Give it a little
Everybody
sashimi.
seems like they like the avocado in there. Put a little bit of avocado. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Give it a little bit of eel sauce. You know what I mean?
A little bit, drizzle that over the top of that bad boy.
Yeah, maybe put a little bit of seaweed in there. You won't even notice that, but you'll get that little distinct flavor.
And if you throw a little crawfish next to it, you're good to go.
Yeah, that might work too. Yeah. We'll call
Just
it the chitlin jambalaya, something like that.
We call it Southern Eatery.
But anyway, man, they got a new sushi spot. I won't advertise it on here, but we're gonna go check
We
that
pull it
out.
out, and
All
we
you
getting
can eat
footage.
chili. I mean, all you can eat, man, sushi.
Okay, you
We're
got
gonna
me
have to check
interested.
it out.
Hey, real quick, my brewski is getting low.
Man,
It's
so
old
let's take
school,
a
new
little
school.
break,
Give
man.
me a little toast. Give me
As
another
they used
one.
to say back in the day,
Schoolie gang.
Gotta go take a leak.
If you're cool with me, come school with me. It's OG Lee.
Subscribe.
You in the E.
Subscribe.
Ooh, we gonna be right back.
Go out.
And we are
Back up on the scene.
back up on the scene in this thing. But yeah, man.
Yeah, but
I don't think we left off on the topic, but I mean, I got topics for days. I feel like we haven't been
man,
in
shoot
this
some
thing.
topics, man. I
in this thing
want to
forever.
talk some shit tonight, man.
Are you?
I told you I want to get the Holy Ghost up in here.
Oh, I don't know if this.
Cause you the Father, I'm the Son,
And now we just need the Holy
Holy Spirit,
my.
the Holy Ghost.
I don't know if that was the best kind of prelude for the current topic I was gonna go into. But are you familiar with the name Baltasar Engonga?
Baltasar Engonga. Yo, that's some foreign shit. I'm not familiar with that, man.
Yeah,
Is that some Jeopardy shit?
African. It might be a Jeopardy question.
Yo, what? Let me say this. Let me just say this, man. On the topic of Jeopardy, that fucks me up. You got these Jeopardy contestants, right? Smarter than a motherfucker, man. And then I'll hear them ask a question about something in the black culture that everybody and their fucking brother in the black culture knows. I don't give a fuck if he's in the fourth grade.
You gotta give an example.
Like examples of famous people. Like one time they had something about, they gave the clue and they was like, I know why a cage bird sings or some shit like that. And every nigga knew Maya Angelou and shit. And all of the fucking contestants, nobody buzzed in. I was like, oh no fuck. Several questions like that. It's like, what the fuck? They smart as fuck, but they don't know nothing. I mean, of the highest in our culture, it's like the motherfuckers didn't know it. I'm like, whoa, that said a lot about what the fuck they teach them as what is history and everything else.
What was the example you used?
I used my
I might have lost.
but she had, which you get too. One of her poems was "I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings." It might have been maybe it wasn't even a poem. It could have been even a book. But anyway, just that part of, because you do that a lot in Jeopardy, you just hear some of the clue and sometimes you know what it is. So just hearing that part, every black person knew. Yeah, I know, cage bird, blah blah blah, and the topic was, within that category was something to do with black people basically. Mm-hmm. But I was just so surprised how many fucking answers they didn't even buzz in on. I was like, damn, that's
no idea.
Yeah, they buzz in. I'm gonna have to.
I have no clue.
They looking at each other like, why the fuck they put this category on it? But no,
I
man,
did not take African American studies.
Yeah,
for 300.
Getting rid of. What do you think about that, man? If they were to get rid of slavery in terms of the schools,
Is that not already happening?
I don't think it's already necessarily happened. I think they still got some of it going on.
You know how they press the textbooks for like the next 4 years. I feel like they're probably omitted that.
Gone?
Yeah, I think it might be gone.
Be up to you to teach your kids.
I haven't read an up to date history book, but
man,
I would not be surprised if that's omitted.
We need to check that out, man. I
For
know
sure.
Macmillan used to be a big publishing company when I was going to school. I would always see that.
That would
on
definitely
the
be
books.
a good check out.
But I guess it'd be important to really even see what the curriculum is that they're teaching your kids. You're gonna have to look at that because your kids are gonna be starting to
Real soon.
going to first and second and third grade. And
Getting
whatever.
up in there.
I don't know I think that I don't know if it's so necessary to teach that in schools as much as it would be if you wanted to do it to teach that in your home. And the reason why I say that is because however they teach it in the schools, they're going to put a slant on it. You know what I'm saying? So you just would, how do you want that to be? Do you want them to teach it with that slant on it?
Not good.
They brought you over as workers, but so it's like
a task needed to be done.
How do you want to deal with that? Do you want them to get that information like that, or would you prefer them just do the reading, writing, and arithmetic?
Do they need that raw and nasty?
I mean, if they wouldn't teach us slavery, I wouldn't be messed up about it. Yeah. I think you could teach that at the home and give them a more accurate picture. And then nowadays, with all of the media that we've got, before you know it, y'all could be online and, be into that and know everything.
But say this, right?
Know a lot about
People
it anyway.
do their research. They might have heard a thing or two in the home. They question the history teacher. What's the sense on that? Like just reference to textbooks or
I don't think I caught that.
It comes into the classroom setting to where the kids have done their social media or whatever media basis research, and they see, of course, slavery. Or will it not even be Googleable?
Oh no, Google.
Okay. So they Google, they get their ideas, and they come to class, and they question the teacher. They're like,
Well, that's if it's good debate, that's what you want. An exchange of ideas. It doesn't have to be that the teacher knows everything, but the teacher, if it's within their subject matter, should be able to either agree or be verified and be able to disagree and give them facts. But I think it even goes beyond Google, because Google will have, just like AI, it has to have some kind of human input, right? Yeah. So it will be biased in some way. So people can also still, although it's not too common, but they can still go to the library and look at other sources too in terms of doing their research. Yeah.
A good old library. When's the last time you've been to a library?
Man, I went to the library about 2 months ago. But it was to get my passport. Wasn't to necessarily read any books. It was to get my passport. Man, the library basically is a place for homeless people now. I'm chuckling, but I'm telling you, every library I go to, I'm looking over there. I'm like, that guy is not in here studying nothing. He's over here laying on that bench, and I don't blame him.
Oh, he's just chilling in there laying.
Yeah, because you can't really kick him out in a way because it's a public library. I mean, they try to do things to make it to where they're not offending people who are trying to be patrons of the library, but it's kind of difficult, and they try to do different things. But yeah, I mean, it's a public thing.
Eyes closed type deal, or is he reading a book at least?
He was kind of snoozing, and he wasn't the only one. Several of them in different places, But what the library people are just hoping is that they can keep it to a minimum, because as I said, it's a public space, and so sometimes they feel kind of awkward putting people out, because all the people have to do really is get a book and say, hey, because there's no time. It's not like you put a time limit on how long you can stay in the library. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of milking that basically. And at the same time, if they read a little something, hey, I'm homeless, but hey, I'm smart as hell.
Get my knowledge up.
When an opportunity Let me tell you, man, I'm chuckling right now, right? But I'm chuckling because I'm gonna tell you, man, the only reason a person is homeless is because they want to be. I mean, for the long term. There's plenty of people who would never be homeless. They just, in their mind, I won't be, even if I go live with my mama again or something, I won't ever be homeless. I would not do that. You know what I'm saying? I would, even if they say I would live in a homeless shelter, because a lot of people don't want to live in a homeless shelter because it got rules. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you really want to be in a homeless shelter, you would say, hey, I'm going to follow the rules. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I would say the same thing. I don't think I would ever be homeless, man. I would do whatever. And then I would be willing to do whatever to get back on my feet. So I at least have some kind of room, even if I got one room or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So to me, if you're homeless, and I think some people would agree, you could fall off. So you could be homeless temporarily. I get with that. But to be long-term homeless, that means you want to be homeless. Because you could even make geographical changes. If you can't afford California, move to damn Alabama, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got kids, you know. So you don't have to be homeless, man. You literally don't have to be. It might happen for short term, but all you got to do is start going to a church. If you don't want to be homeless, go to a church, right? Because they're already trying to tell you that Jesus is real. One of the first things they're going to do is help you get a house so that you can start believing that Jesus has helped me. I promise you. Go to a church if you're homeless.
How long would you say the long term goes for, or I guess not long term, but that duration goes for between?
I don't know. I would say, man.
Before it's like.
I would say really, if you're homeless, first of all, if you're single and you're homeless, it's obviously much easier for you. To be able to find shelter and food, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to if you got a family. But if you're homeless and you got kids, to me, you're ready to beg for a job or beg for a house or whatever.
You gotta do.
And if you run into the right people, now that depends. Now, if you got a habit of drugs and all this shit, and no matter what situation somebody help you in, you always mess it up, then there's no hope for you. But if you really just fell off and you really are kind of a diligent, hardworking person and you just really fell off and you really are about it, man, somebody will help you and help you get back on your feet, because they'll be able to see what kind of person you really are. And they realize there are people who fall off. That shit happens. But when you stay off like that, that means you really don't want shit, man. That means you really don't want shit. Because this is America, and as I always say, this is the best country to live in, one of the best. And if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Yes,
indeed.
Lord.
Go to a city like New York. They have all these liberal programs to help people and shit like that.
Got what you need.
And if you're an immigrant, come to Little Rock. We welcome immigrants.
They pop up. They do pop up.
We love them, man.
Now I had just a wise man once told me, right?
Yeah. What did I tell you?
A wise man once said,
anywho,
every mickle make a muckle.
Yeah, man.
But I've been wondering, man, how many mickles?
Every mickle make a
how
muckle,
many mickles make a muckle?
Me see they got me my face. I take my me. Well,
how many mickles make a muckle?
It depends on what you really want your muckle to look like. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No,
standard muckle.
Every mickle make a muckle is just to give you kind of an analogy. You know what I'm saying? For you to understand that you don't waste. You know what I'm saying? Because everything, and I always tell you, like, let's say for instance, you ever ate popcorn before? You ever ate one popcorn at a time? You have? Oh, because most people usually take several and put in their mouth. You know what I mean? Because that's the muckle. You know what I'm saying? The mickles, you pick up the mickle and then make the muckle. You know
how many mickles make a muckle?
There's no muckle.
three mucks per mick. 3 micks
There's
per
no
muck.
muckle. It's just the idea, man, that you just keep putting things together individually to make a whole. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I always tell people about that, that's Jamaican, right? Because when you think about that, mickle make a muckle, huh?
Every mickle.
So listen about when you're smoking weed, right?
The ganja.
Right, and you look at the weed and you have it spread out on a tray, right? You gotta bring it all together to put it in the thing to roll it, right? All of them by themselves all spread out. You can't smoke any one of them little piece of that, you know? But you bring them all together and put them in the roll and roll them
big
to smoke it,
mickle.
right? right? So every mickle make a muckle.
So 3 mickles make a muckle.
No, not 3 of them. Nah, you know. But it's the same thing, right? When you look at gangs and shit like that. You look at a lot of gangs by themselves, they can't hold down, you know? When you bring them all together,
big gang,
Lord have mercy.
Blood clot.
Blood clot.
But listen,
blood clot. You don't. I have to tell them about that. Google a blood clot.
Speaking of the gang shit, right?
Yeah, man.
I don't know if old school. It comes across my socials, but things like, are you familiar with Lil Durk?
Lil Durk didn't put in that
another
work.
Rico
and
on
now
the rise.
That jerk, Lil Durk, he's still alive, right?
Lil Durk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one who just got arrested for trying to be a hitman?
You know, he had feds watching allegedly from what I've heard. But he did send some goons. Supposedly, they're saying allegedly.
Now, Lil Durk, we got to give people the history. Lil Durk is some kind of rapper.
Drill rapper. Chicago drill rapper.
He's from Chicago?
From Chirac.
Yeah, I feel sorry for a lot of young brothers from Chicago.
Oh, man, especially if they...
No, and the reason why I do is because, see, everybody's programmed. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on kind of what program you on, right?
What you watching. Yeah.
So if you're a young brother from Chicago and you don't have a lot of support around you teaching you otherwise, you're going to be trained to think that all that Chicago stuff is cool. Or you might even have to be down with it out of survival. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
You got to walk past a certain place
because most of them that I hear, a lot of times, I mean, they catch a bad one before they reach 25 years old. And I mean, that shit ain't cool. Especially when you think about the fact that, and this, I want people to listen to this shit, man, that you could think that for whatever reason, you want to kill someone that looks like you. Really, that shit is 2025. That shit got to stop. It's enough people, and you're going to see it with what's getting ready to happen with all this new administration. It's enough people against black people where they don't need to be against themselves. I mean, they're already trying to make your motherfucking ass extinct, already teaching you to be all about abortion. Black people was not used to killing their kids and shit and being where they want to go and fight about it. If they did have to have an abortion, they knew it was on the down low and shit. They wasn't telling everybody, oh, I just had an abortion. You know what I'm saying? The niggas wasn't proud of no shit like that. So, man, look, I don't know, man. I just don't know what to think of this world. Mm-mm. And everything that white folks do, black folks try to do it. And sometimes this shit is not healthy for our culture. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's winning.
It's just not, man. But Lil Durk, getting back to Lil Durk, here's a rapper. He apparently, and this is just my layman shit from the headlines, but apparently, like a lot of people, he's the shit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in some way fuck with him. So, yo, I got niggas that's down to go put in work for me. He sends them out. They tracking all of the shit. Now they got him on some Rico shit for doing all this shit. Is that kind of right?
Wiretaps and all if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So if he can't pay the right people, he does an asshole full of years. I don't get how old about a brother, about 25, some shit like that?
No, sure. Probably 25 to 30 range for sure.
Yeah. Scarface was the worst movie ever made, but the best movie. I really loved it. But people who saw that movie, they started blah, blah, blah. Now these people who watch Scarface, they're kids. It's the next generation.
Now they playing Grand Theft Auto.
And they're getting worse than their mom and dads were, man. I'm glad I didn't pass that on to you.
GTA.
So Lil Durk, he's getting ready to do an asshole full of you. He got a bail? He got bail?
I haven't been following the case really.
Man, when you bring the case up and you ain't follow the case, come on,
I ain't
man.
no lawyer, man.
You know I got some follow-up questions,
that ain't my paperwork.
So his name is Durk.
I ain't on the stand.
Lil Durk, they got some dirt on Lil Durk.
Yeah, they got some of that.
So is he a hell of a rapper or what? He got money?
They call him the voice.
He got a big old chain.
They call him the voice of the city.
They call him the voice of Chicago?
Yeah, he the voice of the people.
Yeah, Chicago's a nice city, man. I went there one time. I was on that main street. I forget where the bus goes down that main street.
59.
No. It's a main street. That
Hamilton.
If you go from one end of it to the other, on the other far end, you in south on the south side of Chicago. Mm-hmm. It runs through whatever that everybody would know. Whatever if you've been to Chicago.
But you're not from 63rd, right?
I don't know none of that shit. I tell you what, man. when I be going to places like that, if they say like the south side of Chicago is rough, I go to the motherfucking north side. Because
If they say the
you know,
north
like I
side
said,
is
a
rough,
lot of people in our culture are trained, you know what I'm saying? And programmed and you know, they're programmed to think that you're the enemy. You know what I'm saying? And so who the fuck wants to be around that? You know what I mean?
I think we switching it up. It's coming.
But shit, you was talking about Lil Durk, so we start talking about Chicago. But anyway, what else? What else happened other than Lil Durk? But keep me posted. But I'm saying I'll make a prediction. Lil Durk, asshole full of years. Go ahead.
Very possible. But we laughed earlier about Baltasar.
Oh,
how you feel about my boy?
I don't know who the fuck that is.
I don't know his exact position, like a president or
Of what?
Equatorial Guinea in Africa.
I heard about some shit about Equatorial Guinea, and I forget what it was.
But he's knocking out. Hide your mom. Hide your daughters. Hide your friends.
He what now?
Knocking them off.
Knocking them off how?
In his office, freaky style. OnlyFans business.
Who now? You said the president?
Whatever his position is, I don't know his exact position.
So wait. When you say knocking them off, you mean he's fucking everybody in the country?
Not in the country. Wives, of high officials. On camera, some of them.
Is he raping them?
Over 400 videos.
Is he raping them?
Not from what I've heard.
So therefore, that means that whoever's wives wanted to be with him.
It's a thing.
What, he got a big schlong?
It's in the news. I don't know.
He must have a fucking schlong on him.
400 plus video. My boy got an OnlyFans going on. Hey,
I don't know what that is for sure. I thought it was.
I don't know if he got a cameraman or what.
Just women, but did men do the fans only too?
Yeah, I think it can happen like that. Anybody can do OnlyFans.
Yeah, I mean, I guess anybody could, but I thought it was mainly for women. You know that they had that. But I guess anybody could do it. It goes both ways. I guess punks could do it now too. Transgenders.
A dog.
This place is crazy. But anyway, no, I didn't know about him and whatever. But he must have a hell of a schlong, because why would all the women be after you? And you said he's over 400 of them. He didn't rape them, so he's not making them do it. Something's attracting them to him. What typically attracts women
slapping
to
the kneecaps,
a man and shit like that? You know, they say he's.
I don't know, my boy in the news.
He's got that schlong ding dong on for the ass.
He out here putting it in him. But yeah, it's just.
So what?
I don't know.
Saying that to say, do they want to impeach him, or do they want to keep him in office?
I think they got that boy on out of there, and actually, I'm not sure.
Hey,
I'm not gonna say
he's
all
running
that,
for office again, and guess what? No one wants him to pull out.
Let's go, OG Lee. Hey, that might be. Oh no! Before we can go out, bro.
No, we haven't even done the word of the
well,
day, man. We haven't done the damn
I was gonna,
mind crushing shit like that,
on,
man. And
boy.
yo, these people haven't seen the cry towel, man.
You got them cry towel.
Whenever you make me laugh, man, I cry, man.
You got a cry towel.
Whenever you make me laugh, man, I cry, man.
But the word of the day today, I meant to use this when we were talking about.
Man, you eating too many potato chips, man.
Why you say that?
I see you got a stash over here, man.
Chill out, man. What's some
Stop
dip?
all of that shit, man.
That's
culture, though.
I got
potato chips, man. That's culture.
Guilty pleasures in the
You
studio.
know what I
man.
just thought about? Do you ever put barbecue sauce on your potato chips, man? I never done that, but I just
Sauce
thought about
on
that for some reason. Put a little barbecue sauce.
Why not
Try
just
that, man, on your
barbecue
plain ones. That would be barbecue chips, but with the real barbecue sauce. I just thought about that. That seemed like that would be all right, man. Don't overdo it. Just a little, a little dab of it. Yeah, a little dab will do you. Yes, indeed. A little dab will do you. But anyway, man, let's get on with the word of the day or whatever. You got a word of the day for me today?
The word of the day today was usurious.
You serious?
You serious?
And that's where that word came from, man. Once you tell these people the definition, you're going to see that that's where that came from.
You serious?
You're going to see that.
Most simply defined as
Greatly
exceeding bounds of reason or moderation.
Greatly exceeding bounds of reason or moderation.
And this word of the day, OG listened to me. So
word of the day. You serious?
Give us a sentence. Show these schoolies how you could use that bad boy. Just, you know what I mean? If you wanted to pull that bad boy out.
Man, look at him. Look at him. This week, man, I got a letter, man, from a credit card company. And they said, man, at first I was like wondering, why the hell am I getting a letter from the credit card company? But then I thought, like the last time they sent the letter, I opened it, and they was like, we are increasing your limits by $7,500 or something like that. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Even though I don't want to use y'all, but okay. But this one, I said, well, maybe it's the same thing. I opened it up. He said, we're going up on your interest rates.
That's how they do it.
As of January 2025, your interest rates are going up.
To what? From what to what?
Now,
let's say?
Just on merchandise, and I got a very good, I wouldn't say absolutely stellar, but I got a hell of a credit report and a credit score. They said your new interest rate is going to be 18.99. And if you try to get any cash, it's going to be 30.19. Or either it might have been 31.19.
Cash advance.
And immediately, yeah, that's what it's called, a cash advance. So immediately, I thought, wait a minute. Because they gave some conditions as to why they increased it. So I called them because they had the number and all of this. It was official. Capital, no, it came from State Farm Bank, as a matter of fact, through U.S. Bank. But anyway, they said the girl finally told me the reason why it went up, it wasn't because of those individual things they said against my individual record. They said it was an across-the-board increase. 18.99 for any kind of purchases and 31.09 for cash advances.
Do you know what it was previously?
Mine was 10.99.
Damn.
On this particular thing for State Farm. 10.99.
But let me tell you this too.
18.99. And 31% in any other economies in America would be actual, what they call loan sharking.
What?
But nowadays, that is normal. And that is what I call you serious. You serious. And the way that word came out is because the credit card company called this black dude and said, hey, look, man, you owe this amount right here, and your interest rate is this amount right here, to which that nigga replied, you serious? Hence the word you serious came into play.
He's a fool. But that's what you might use.
That's how it's pronounced. You serious?
You serious?
That nigga said, is you serious? Well, you'll get it when I get it.
These you serious rates.
Yes, man.
My life was going smoothly until these you serious rates.
We's free.
Thank God.
Thank God Almighty. We's free. That Holy Ghost is coming up in here.
Hi.
But anywho.
Oh,
so,
hey.
You serious?
Hey, we didn't even give the word of the day normal kind of breakdown.
We got
but that bell ring right here. Give me a.
Hey, man, I tell you what, man.
We know that bell ring.
Monday is Veterans Day. Shout out to all my veterans. Thank you for your service, baby. We get ready to send somebody back over either to Ukraine or we going to be sending them over here to somewhere in Gaza or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
One of the two.
Yeah,
we coming back to that, but hey.
This is another thing
that bell ring.
Quick, man.
Say it, man.
These North Koreans that went over there to help, they said some of them came under fire and caught some bad ones, right? So that may escalate some shit, man. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing some shit done, man. You know what I'm saying? I want there to be like World War III, man. Just pop this shit off, man. You know what I'm saying? Get it over with. Pop that shit off, man. Do some nuclear shit, too. Let's see who the fuck survives. Stop bullshitting around, man.
You like
Pop
that?
some shit off, fuck around and get Iran pissed off and shit, and let Iran pop off some fucking nuclear shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they got some shit hiding in these fucking silos underground.
Nagasaki, Hiroshima shit?
Man, please nuke them till they glow, as they say. Let God sort them out. You know what I mean?
In the name of... No, I can't even say
let's get that Holy Ghost going up in here. But that's what people need, man.
You threw me off my track.
People need the Holy Ghost, man. We need Jesus. We need Jesus.
What you trying to cut me off? Hey, that bell ring right there.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Brings to mind a good old
mind crusher.
Mind crusher.
Man, man, please come on with it.
And this mind crusher right here is
Duckhead. Is that what that says? Duckhead.
Duck.
We was just talking about ducks with the Haitians in Springfield, right? Saying they should teach them to raise ducks.
Fitting. So this duckhead, listen, you must pick one of the following two options or else I will kill you.
Who's saying this?
Narrator. Reader. I don't know who it is. But either your head goes on a giant duck body.
Man, I already don't like the idea this motherfucker said or he will kill me.
Yeah, that's the only options, or you die. Or a giant duck head goes on your regular body. You're still you either way. What's your decision?
I don't live in Springfield. Okay. Because if I got a fucking giant duck head on my body and they eating the fucking ducks, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to live over there.
You go with the giant duck head. No, opposite of giant duck head. You go with the giant duck body.
Oh, it's a giant duck body too again?
It's an option. You can go giant duck body or giant duck head.
Am I a male? I still stay a male?
Hey, you're you. You're you, dog.
I stay a male, and I'm a giant duck.
Yeah.
Head or body, or I get killed. That's the options.
You're a giant duck head or a giant duck body.
So if I got the giant duck body, I still got my head?
Yes.
But everything else is with the duck.
I believe so.
And I can still be a male. Yeah, I'm going with the giant duck body, man. Yeah.
Okay.
But now, I'm a human to start with, right? Because I want to know, after I got the giant duck body, you know, am I screwing ducks or what? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's up to you, dog. That is
well, I'm saying, are the women going to accept me? I got a giant duck body, but a man's head. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, I'll be able to tell them, hey, look, I got a giant duck schlong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anywho,
duck dicks are weird for some reason.
Have
to be.
But anywho, man, I was talking to this girl, man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And no, I'm not gonna give you that story. Oh. You're too young to hear about that, man.
Come on, now. I didn't know.
To hear about that. You got a birthday coming up,
nonsense.
Don't you? Yeah, but let's see what's on the agenda here, man. Let's see but wait a minute. Let me ask you this, though. How did you hear about the guy who was screwing all of his, the people in his cabinet?
It's in the news, bro, for real.
But what made that news?
There might have been some, like...
What made that because that's international news. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't tell people about what's happening in the country. Where are the people starving? You know what are the politics like? What something got to. That's why I said he must have had like a schlong out of this world or something. Because what made that news? You know what I'm saying? That you heard about that. You know what I'm saying? Was that on like the
I feel like I saw like a Facebook like caption like, but you know, more dressed up than like what it actually is. Like you know.
You know what I heard today that's pretty interesting, man. That they really serious about, man. And this is just very recent news, and I think America eventually is going to follow this lead. And that is Australia is seeking to ban the internet for anyone under 16. And I think they're on to something. Because I do think that this internet is causing people to be antisocial, as well as with all of the false information, is causing people to just be ill-informed about a lot of things. And the information that's coming to these kids at these early ages is no good in terms of, as I've been saying, programming, right? So I think that it's going to take probably about 5 years, but the internet is going to be banned in America too for people under 16 because it's just not healthy. And now, after we've had it going for a while, people see that. And with AI, really starting to pick up, it's just not going to be a good look for kids under 16. And so I hope really that America does that. Now, Australia's didn't pass yet, but they bringing it through legislation and they really serious about it. You know what I mean? And they going to make it where the actual forums have to be responsible for making sure that kids 16 and under don't get to it. You know what I mean? So they're going to do the same thing in America, and that really needs to be done, man. Ban it, man. Where they don't have access to it, you know what I'm saying?
You got to, put your birthday in on your phone. And
do something, man, to make it. There's plenty of things they could do. I mean, you're dealing with fucking Elon Musk type people who are fucking, smart as shit, right? So they know ways to do that. And they also know ways like Zuckerberg and shit like that to really get people's minds to where, hey, all I want to do is sit down on this thing and just keep going. I'm fucking, So yeah, they know how to fuck with your mind. And so they white folks are realizing that now, realizing that it's starting to really fuck with our kids' mind. We got to do something about this. Starting in Australia, it's gonna come to America. And guess what? They might bring a few kangaroos over here too.
You think you could take a 6-foot kangaroo in a fight?
I wouldn't fuck with a 4-foot kangaroo.
Yeah, I think
that motherfucker kicked me one time. I'd be like, oh Lord,
like a nut shot. Oh, God. Take you down.
I'm gonna tell you, no, I'm acting like I'm scared, but that motherfucker kicked me one time, boy. I'll be like, either if I'm not out, boy, I'm gonna be mad as shit, boy. The nigga's gonna come out in me.
What's he gonna do to give it a punch?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna do whatever. After I get that kick, I'm gonna be so discombobulated because them motherfuckers kick hard. I'm gonna be like, yeah, either I'm gonna get up and run or I'm gonna get up and kick me one more time, motherfucker. That'd be some shit though, man.
Kangaroo fight.
Yeah. You see how they kick each other, right? Imagine if they kick you like that.
And they got these two front ones. They can kind of grip a little bit.
Yeah. You think boxers need to really watch kangaroos to learn how to fight?
Not if, maybe if they're going for just a straight bounce approach.
Hey, I'm looking at something over here, man. It's on my screen. I can't really see that much of it, but it's talking about some reparations. See over here, it's talking about Jewish people got reparations. Germany began paying Holocaust survivors $290 per month for the rest of their lives.
Recently, fairly recent in the grand scheme of things.
1988.
It feels like Germany just they did the thing right as far as doing what they could, or
what to give them reparations and all of that. That's a slap in the face, man.
It is. I'm saying, but at least some form.
Yeah, and at first I thought that at least some form, but I thought after I really looked at it, I said $290 per month. That's just enough to make a motherfucker mad.
It was 1988 too. I don't know if it was
even in 1988, unless they probably have something that would be built in for the cost of living for inflation. Because $290 like in Germany probably just goes towards paying a utility bill or something like that, and it's reparations for you having killed, millions of our people and shit like that. So, I don't know how much they're supposed to give them, but I would say, in lieu of doing that, since you're dealing with people, and of course they would spend the monies that they get, I would say, build them, because you could have tiny villages and all that. Build somebody something like that, half of them were fucking old as shit anyway in 1988, getting older, right? So build them to where, okay, they'll never do without a house, because that's what they're going to need more than anything, right? The 290s, certainly they can't rent an apartment or nothing with that, right? So right now, if you 85, because remember, if you were in the Holocaust, you old as shit by now, right? So what do you want now, 290 a month? Or would you prefer them having given you, like, even if it's a tiny house, right? Because I was so surprised about that, where I did see that there was still a lot of these people, you know, that needed stuff, needed housing and all that. They had the commercials and they were getting money for the people. And I thought, gee, so many Jewish people, they say in the diaspora, got so much money with the number of Holocaust victims left. They couldn't all get up a collection and help these people. They got them on a commercial. Only thing they don't have is the flies. Remember they showed the Africans with the flies and shit. But they were showing these old, destitute people from the Holocaust. I'm like, come on, all of these rich Jewish people in diaspora, they can't take care of the few Holocaust victims? Or is it another scam or something like that? I don't know.
What were the Holocaust victims? What happened to them?
What happened to them?
No, I'm saying, I thought there was a specific situation you were talking about.
No. Well, you know why they're Holocaust victims. Yeah.
Victims of the Holocaust, yeah. Yes.
So, but I mean, again, they don't need $290 a month. $290 a month is not helping them. You know, most of them they were asking. They said they need the basic shit like food and all of that. So, give me a break. What the fuck's $290 a month? They need some gefilte fish. You know about gefilte fish? Matzah bread? You don't know about it, huh? We used to eat that, yeah, because my mom used to work for Jewish people. So we used to eat that shit. Matzah bread, gefilte fish, all kinds of that shit.
Gefilte fish? What?
Gefilte fish.
What's he looking like?
Gefilte fish look like a damn hamburger patty, but it's fish. So I don't know how they do the gefilte fish. It's probably different kinds of fish that they get together and shit and make. But it's like in a juice, like a pickle juice almost, but not pickles, but that kind of shit. Tastes pretty good.
That threw me off completely, bro. Why are they getting pickled up now?
It's not pickled though. It's not. But it's in that kind of consistency of whatever juice it's in, kind of like broth, I guess, maybe some shit like that.
Gefilte.
Gefilte. Gefilte. I used to have to go buy that shit from my mom's, man.
How did it go?
Gefilte fish. It's in a jar, like pickles and shit.
Oh, the whole thing came with a jar. Okay.
Gefilte
I thought you had fix it up.
We're gonna bring that to. I guess we could find that here probably, but we're gonna bring that to one of these shoots, man, and
take a little test,
do a review. I hope I can find some of that shit, man. I know it's gotta be around here somewhere. Get some matzah bread and shit like that. We just barf out, bro. We just barf out.
Hey, but yes. It's old school,
and we'll
new
bring
school.
some what you call them, chitlins.
We gotta bring back up.
Shout out!
The
Somebody send me some
next
chitlins,
episode.
Gourmet chitlins.
Clean them for us, man.
You can't eat just anybody chitlins, man. You
It's
can't
old
just eat
school,
anybody
new school.
chitlins.
You
cannot just eat anybody chitlins.
OG Lee.
Happy Thanksgiving. We're gonna see you before
Best
that, but
Father
happy
Son
Thanksgiving.
podcast, man.
Yes.
We gonna be back.
Back on that.
We out.
Ain't the tallest, but I'm